They were disrespecting the man who owned the ground they were standing on. When I walked through the heavy oak doors, the noise of the city faded away, replaced by the calm tones of affluence. His expression became a courteous neutral blank slate. He gave me a brief nod, as he would to any stranger, before looking aside to attend to another guest. It was perfect. My gaze swept the room until I found them. Nathan's party. They were loud, confident, and the rulers of their own universe. Nathan was holding court, delivering a story with great gestures. Rebecca was laughing, her head thrown back, and the diamonds around her neck caught the light. They resembled a magazine advertisement. For success. I started walking across the restaurant. It felt like 100 miles. With each stride I could feel the other diners' eyes on me. My suit was not tailored. My shoes were not made from Italian leather. My hair was not styled at a high-end salon. I was an outlier in their ideal world, a bug in the matrix. I could hear their unspoken judgment. He does not belong here. As I approached the table, I focused on Nathan's expression. I witnessed the moment he noticed me. His smile faltered for just a moment. A flicker of displeasure crossed his face before he replaced it with that arrogant, condescending smile. He was really going to do it. He planned to humiliate me in front of his new prominent pals. I approached the table and stood there waiting. This was his move. He let the stillness linger, savoring my misery. He allowed his friends, his possible clients, his entire world to stare at the poor embarrassed brother. Then Rebecca delivered her line with surgical precision. Maybe McDonald's would be better suited for someone of your background. The subsequent silence was different. It wasn't only quiet. It was heavy, full of delight and vicarious shame. I looked around the table. I noticed pity in one woman's eyes. I found sadistic delight in a man's sneer. Nathan appeared to be triumphant. He believed he had won. He believed he had finally put me in my place, solidifying his position in this new society by sacrificing me on its altar. And at that point, all I could think about was Sarah. But then another notion came through. They do not know. They had no idea who they were speaking to. They were disrespecting the man who owned the ground they were standing on. They planned to steal a little flat from the man who owned the entire complex. They were attempting to get a man labeled incompetent who could purchase and sell their lives 100 times without realizing the transaction. The sheer monumental irony of the situation was overwhelming. The insanity was stunning. And that's when the laughs started. It wasn't a choice. It was a reflex that erupted from somewhere deep inside me. Pain, anger, and 25 years of sacrifice all combined to produce a single explosive sound. It began with a chuckle, a deep rumbling that made my shoulders shake. The people at the table seemed perplexed. Then it increased. I flung back my head and laughed a full-throated real yell of delight.